What's going on, YouTube? Okay, I'm back. Just on my way to go work out. Alright, so there's a few things you're going to need certificate-wise before I drive and talk. Let's talk about a few of them. Okay, first, ground disturbance, gas detection, air purifying respirators, respiratory protective equipment, H2S Alive, OSSA fall protection, OSSA fire watch, scuba fit test, bump test, lockout tagout, bear awareness. These are all, these are a bunch of extra certificates you probably don't need if it's just a roustabout or a roughneck. But I would recommend you get them anyway. Now, a lot has happened since that last video, and I guess I wasn't going to talk about it, but I guess I will anyway. I learned a really important lesson about the oil field, especially if you got a YouTube channel. First and foremost, do not give your rig number where you're going. Do not say exactly where you're going, especially in a small place like I was going. Now, I know I've got a bunch of new subscribers on my channel. You know who you are. I don't know what happened, but 3 days before I was supposed to go start training, the foreman calls me and says, we no longer have a position for you. That's life. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to blame anybody about it. It just happened, and that's life. I mean, that's fine. But in the meantime, I'm going to get basically every single certificate you could possibly get this year. I mean, within the next 2 or 3 months, I'll have absolutely everything. There won't be anything I won't have. Even ground disturbance 201, bear awareness, and OSA 09. Yeah, so basically I'll have everything. There's OSA confined space, monitor and rescue was the other one. So the confined space, monitor, rescue, fall protection, H2S Alive. Those are absolutely mandatory, as well as the WMIS. All these other ones, gas detection, grounds disturbance, level 201, scuba fit test, bump test, lockout, tagout, air purifying respirator, gas detection, respiratory protective equipment. Those are all extras. Some of the extra things that would probably really help you. Let me see. Of course, the first aid standard, CPRC plus AED, petroleum safety training. You're gonna need that. You could do that online. Skid steer, zoom boom, telehandler, front end loader, and forklift. I'll have all those probably by the end of summer, which will be a little too late, but that's fine. There's always next year if things don't work out. I've got about 100, I think I lost count at 113 resumes out. All of them in Alberta. Now, when I do get another job, because right now is the worst time in probably Canadian history to apply for a job in Alberta. And to make matters worse, especially if you're in Ontario. People in Alberta seem to think that us Ontarians are all liberal, which we're not. I certainly as hell not. And for some reason, people seem to think that we have the direct ear of the Premier. We are directly responsible for what's going on in Alberta, which is absolute bullshit. You know that. I know that. Everybody else with a little bit of common sense is going to know that. But apparently, I just want to say that I do not have the ear of the Premier. Okay? I can't just call him and tell him, stop doing this shit. Go do your job and stop the blockades. I just don't have that kind of power. So, in the meantime, junk removal's still alive. I still got the Walmart contract. I'm now bidding on an 80-acre property maintenance job here in Kingston. If I get that, I can still go anywhere I want. I've got a reliable employee who'll be able to take care of things while I'm gone. I've got a couple other people as backup in case she doesn't want the job. I mean, life moves forward. When life gives you a trip, you turn around, take a bat, and you beat the shit out of it, right? Because, not everything's going to work out the way you want it. And like it or not, there's some sort of power that's driving my life for some reason. I mean, there are real shit things happen in my life for some reason or another, end up benefiting me. Anyway, let's back to the topic. I told you all those certificates you probably want to get. It's going to cost you a lot of money, I'm not going to lie. That's probably, those certificates, that's probably about $3,000 worth of certificates. But they all last 3 years or more. Some of them are permanent. But, if you're serious about jumping into this industry, why not get all this shit? I mean, seriously, why not get all this? I mean, if you're the only guy on the field who just started the company and you've got literally every single certificate out there for everything, your job isn't going to be limited by your inexperience because you're going to be qualified. Even if you don't know what the hell you're doing, you're going to be qualified. Now, my resource has always been oilfieldjobshop.com. I mean, without them, I wouldn't even understand where to start. There's Indeed.com, which I use as a reference, but oilfieldjobshop.com, it's an invaluable source of information. If you're in the States, it's probably even more so because right now in the States, things are blowing up. It's crazy down there how good things are down there. Right now, Canada's in a slump because, let's not go there. We're just not doing all that great right now. And right now is probably the worst time in Canadian history to try and get a job in an oil field without experience, living in Ontario, no less. So, I think we covered all the bases. I've got all my winter clothes, at least for next year, if things don't work out this summer. I've literally have 3 of everything. I could work in minus 40 weather and be toasty warm all day long. I've got the best boots money can buy. I got 3 of them. And every single piece of winter-related clothing you could ever need. Literally, everything. So, I just wanted to touch base, tell you about these certificates that you're going to need. Let you in on a little bit of what's going on in my life. Junk removal's still going strong. It's the slowest time of the year right now, but things are still going okay. Had a cancel today who decided not to text me as I'm pulling into her parking lot. That's always frustrating, but that's life, right? So, I just wanted to touch base with you, tell you all these other certificates that I didn't mention the other video. Hopefully, this is a little bit helpful. I guess that's it for this week, or this month. I know it's been a little while since I've had a video, but I don't want to make content just to make content. I want to make something that's helpful. And hopefully telling you some of these certificates that you're going to want to get if you've got no experience, hopefully that's a little bit of help. Again, oilfieldjobshop.com. Start there. Make a list of all the openings that are coming up. Write them all down. Go to Indeed.com. Look at the company reviews. Take a look at some of the salaries. You'll understand what kind of pay you're looking at maybe. And don't choose any of the companies that are under 2-star rating. You just don't do that. You're not going to want to start with somebody like that. So, hopefully this is a little bit of help to you. Hopefully well, hopefully you got something from this video, because I don't want to create content for the sake of creating content. I want to create it so it helps somebody. So hopefully watching this helped you in one way or another. If you're subscribed to me because of the junk removal, I'll have another video in a couple weeks about that. As business picks up, I'll make sure I do a video about that. But in the meantime, hopefully in the next couple weeks, I'm going to hear back from all the resumes I sent out. But right now, nobody wants to hire somebody from Ontario. And I can understand that. I mean, if I was in Alberta, I'd say, screw the guy from Ontario. We got lots of people here in Alberta. Seriously, I probably would, even though you can't do that. But anyway, hopefully this helped. Oilfieldjobshop.com. Then go to Indeed to cross-reference them. Make sure you got all the clothes that you're going to need. I talked about that in the first video. Make sure you got these certificates. I just talked about that. Have a great day. Stay positive. Don't forget to work out and stay healthy. Bye.